Well, in this session, I'm going to be working on the pencils of the Evil Queen, and I'm actually considering doing the inks on the iPad. So that would be a first. We'll see if it works, but I thought the iPad screen is kind of small. It's really great to ink with, especially with one of those paper-like screen protectors. I don't remember which one I actually have, but I think for the most part, just do a quick review, Google review or whatever. Ask ChatGPT or Grok for some of the recommendations, and anything I almost guarantee you is going to be a huge improvement over the feeling of glass that you're going to get standard on an iPad. So give it a try if you work on the iPad ever. It makes a huge difference. So I might do the inking part, but I didn't want to do the penciling because I really need the space to have my reference material on the screen. So I know exactly, the costume and the look and everything. But now that the pencils are done by the end of this 14 minutes, the next step I could do on the iPad. Actually, though, what I wanted to mostly talk about was I've been thinking recently about getting a Garmin smartwatch. So I have an Apple Watch and it's fine, but I'm really quite honestly getting tired of charging it every single day when all I use it for is time, alarm clocks, and to basically pause, fast forward, and play music connected to my phone. The Garmin smartwatches, in this case, I'm looking at the Fenix 7 Pro Solar Sapphire. It's a mouthful, I know, but you can pair it with your iPhone or an Android, so it's more convenient. Also, the most important thing, well, there's a couple, everything about it I feel is an upgrade over the Apple Watch. One thing right off the bat is in smartwatch mode, like you're not using GPS all the time because you're hiking, biking, cycling, running, whatever. 18 to 22 days of battery life. Like, come on. 3 weeks compared to charging it every single day. It's kind of a no-brainer. Also, it's the solar sapphire, and the solar part means you can charge it with the sun. So, that's even better. And then it's got this thing called the body battery, which I'm really interested in because what it does is it basically tracks different metrics, such as your heart rate variability. That's how much stress your body is under. It's like it says it's a proxy for recovery versus fatigue. And then there's also sleep and sleep quality, stress levels, physical activity. All these things combined basically give you a battery life indicator for you rather than like for your phone or your watch or a game system. So in this case, it would be like you wake up and if you see on a scale of 1 to 100 or 0 to 100, I guess 0 would be pretty bad. You're like almost dead at that point. But either way, if you wake up and you see that it's like 85, well, that might be if you have time, go to the gym, do some kind of a strenuous physical activity, do a workout, which is what I need to get back into. Whereas if you wake up and you might see that it's like 35 or 40, you can probably still work out, but you want to do something much easier, maybe do some cardio, maybe do some work with bands, maybe do some yoga. And then also, you're always going to be able to track constantly or consistently your stress levels, how you're sleeping, what you're eating, or how you feel based on things that you're eating. Like, is it hard to digest? Is it high glycemic index or whatever? You can be like, hey, I've been having cottage cheese at night because that's got casein protein. And I'm feeling a lot better. I'm not getting hungry so much. Or if you're having ice cream, of course. So it's all these different things. I think the body battery feature is super, super interesting. And I'm really looking forward to it in part because, quite frankly, I am going to be starting a second job, a second full-time job, and I'm going to be really, really tired. But I would like to be able to look at my body battery to decide how tired am I actually. And there's other things too. So I mentioned the battery life, the body battery, the pairing with the iPhone. And then also it does have maps pre-downloaded. So, you can rely on if you're hiking or driving somewhere even, I suppose. It doesn't rely on Google or Apple or whatever like that. That's pretty cool. But it also has 32 gigabytes of onboard storage, which is really, really cool. And you don't need to, and you can basically just drag and drop through their app. You can put songs, podcasts, or in my case, what I'm really interested in is putting my workouts, my P90X audio onto my watch. And then I can take my watch to the gym and I can leave my phone at home if I would like, because I don't want to just set it near the wall and risk someone jumping on it. I don't want it in my pocket because that's just awkward to work out with. So that's super cool. And you don't need to do anything crazy because I looked into it on how to try to get stuff onto my Apple Watch, and it's just like it's impossible. I tried really hard for like a week, and the best I could find is that if you have Spotify Premium, you can do like a download feature that way, but I don't want Spotify Premium. I just want to take my own files and put them on the watch. And 32 gigabytes is huge. That's a lot of space. So I don't know if or when I'll get that. It's expensive even for a generation old. But in any case, I just wanted to talk about that. Like the video, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it and have a great day.